Ngiyabona le ntombazane isokuvuca njengemoto phakathi ebhaketeni.
Mana mina ngihludi. Nayazi into engitsho nayo ma. Tough for me, leave. Vandaag ngikhumbulile.
Hello everyone, welcome back to ASR, African Stories Realized. This is our review of episode 13 of Adulting Season 3, the finale. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Episode 13 picks up where last week left off, as paramedics confirmed to his crying grandmother that Tsiki Tsiki was no more. The gents were notified and quickly arrived on the scene, questioning what happened to Eric as Minky was being taken away in handcuffs. A heartbroken Mapaseka also arrived on the scene, confronting Minky as she was being thrown in the back of the police car, with Bonga holding her back and comforting her. The gents then consoled Eric's grandmother and offered to pick up Nkumisa from her boarding school. Upon returning with Nkumisa, Bonga promised her that him and the gents would always be there for her. The gents then got into a heated argument after Vuyani blamed Bonga for not picking up and being there for him when Tsiki Tsiki called. Mpo tried to break up the gents, but all they did was cause a scene, forcing Eric's grandmother to kick them out of her home. The gents returned to their respective homes, where they continued grieving, with Mpo being consoled by Zitulele, making Naledi feel left out. On the day of Tsiki Tsiki's funeral, the gents came together to say their goodbyes. Eric's farewell commenced with a beautiful service that had spinning cars and a gun salute for the fallen gangster, as we were taken down memory lane with flashbacks of the gents' best moments together. At the end of the service, Eric's accomplice returned his car to a grateful Bonga, who was encouraged by Nkanyezi to fix things with his friends. The funeral seemed to have brought Mpo and Zitulele closer together as the couple consoled each other and promised to support each other through this tough period. Bonga then paid Vuyani a visit, where the two apologized to each other before Bonga surprised Vuyani with the lease to his club, allowing him to run it as he pleases and giving him freedom from Beth. The gents then went to Eric's place to link up with Mpo, where they reminisced about their time with Tsiki Tsiki before making a toast to their fallen friend. When Bonga returned home, he had a surprise waiting for him, with Nkanyezi revealing that she was pregnant as the couple celebrated the pending arrival of their offspring. A few months later, the gents linked up at Eric's tombstone, where they caught up with each other before Bonga received a call that Nkanyezi had gone into labor. The gents rushed to the hospital where they met Bonga's newborn son, who Bonga affectionately named Nkuseli after Eric. 3 months later, and about a year after Eric's passing, the gents linked up at Vuyani's club, where they partied the night away. The episode ends with the gents drunk on stage, making a tribute to Tsiki Tsiki. What a finale. I was holding back tears for the first half of that episode. They were really pulling on our heartstrings. Everyone, especially Eric's grandmother, sold the grief. I wish we had gotten more time to say goodbye to some other characters, but I think it was a perfect finish. Naledi also got sidelined with Mpo and Zitulele seemingly getting back together, which was a prediction we made early on. It makes sense that Eric's funeral would bring them closer together. We were expecting Nkanyezi to get pregnant before the season was over, and I think it was a great touch to name their child after Tsiki Tsiki. There's a saying that whenever someone dies, a child is born. So it was very poetic of the show to take Eric's life and for Nkanyezi to give birth to a son who they named after Eric. I think Vuyani even called it the rebirth. Speaking of Vuyani, he's finally his own man, and that was one of my favorite parts of the episode, when him and Bonga put their rivalry to rest. This Lerato thing has been coming between them since season 1, so I love that Bonga came through for his boy. It's not much of a risk for him, cause Vuyani had already proven that he can run the club and he can make money. I just wish we had gotten a chance to see him rub it in Beth's face. We didn't get much resolution on Minky's punishment for taking Tsiki Tsiki away from us, and maybe I missed it, but a line about her getting sentenced would have sufficed. This was a definitive ending to the adulting story, and I respect the show for committing to it. It actually made it one of the best finales I've seen in recent history. The writing of this show has been very deliberate since season 1, and the finale brought it all together. They didn't try to give us a sugar-coated finish or leave us on a cliffhanger. They gave us a real ending, despite how bittersweet it was. If I was to rank the seasons, season 2 would be the weakest and season 3 would be the best. But just because season 1 was too short with 8 episodes, so the increase to 13 was a welcome development. It's a wrap for Adulting Season 3. Big up to everyone responsible for bringing this show to life. We might be dropping a few more videos on adulting just to round up the show, so look out for those and check out our review of some other shows. All 3 seasons of Adulting are available on Showmax, and we'll be back soon with more reviews. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is ASR for the love of African filmmaking and storytelling.